Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. It is a road trip today. I'm off to visit Jonathan. You might remember Jonathan, we created that Birch Forest. That was in October of 2019, and I haven't seen the forest since. So today we'll see an update on that forest and all his other trees. It hasn't rained here in a long time, many weeks. I've run out of rainwater in my cube. So I had to use tap water yesterday, which I don't like doing. But today, there is a chance of rain. It's cloudy today, which is the first cloudy day in a long time. It's been sunny and hot. So hopefully we'll get rain today. I removed all the tinfoil covers on all the trees, hoping they get rain. So we'll see what happens. So off I go now, off to visit Jonathan. Well, I have arrived here at Jonathan's place. Hi, Jonathan. How's it going? It's been a while since I've seen Jonathan, probably three years. Almost. Yeah, hard to believe. So It's good to see him once again and be back at his garden. So let's have a tour now.
We'll start down here and swing around this.
So we'll begin the tour. And I'll be careful not to fall in the pool.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you.
Oh, you've got this book. That's a fantastic book, isn't it?
Well, I brought this book because I want to show you something.
Okay.
Ahead of time here.
Sure.
This is a staghorn sumac.
At that. Yeah.
And I wanted to see. I've got a sumac right here.
Okay. Yeah. Right here.
And the leaves stay small.
Wow.
When you put them in a container.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's how you can get a. That's fantastic.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah. I don't know if I can get that without glare, but there it is.
Great.
Fantastic. And that's part of the Montreal Botanical Gardens collection.
It is, yeah.
Wow.
So, what I've got going all along the back of my house are trees in training.
Okay.
And so they're all in various stages of development. And you know, this is three birch that I've clipped together that I want to make a clump out of.
Nice.
And, you know. And then some trees I've got spares, like this is a spare birch because, you know, if I'd lose one somewhere in a forest or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Japanese maple here.
Japanese maple.
Three of them.
Three of them. And
wow.
This one here.
They're beautiful.
I'm kind of getting excited about because I'm going to turn that upside down and make it a cascade next year.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you've got a nice bend in the trunk there, Yeah.
And I don't know, did you have high winds where you live last week?
Yeah, yes.
Terrible. See this branch? It looks like it's dying.
Oh, okay.
It was smashing, the wind was smashing against the house and bruised them all, but look at how quick the buds came up.
Oh yeah, it's coming back quick, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll come back really quick.
Wow. Yeah, we had some high winds there. I moved a lot of my trees off the benches on the ground. And
yeah, they're delicate, but you know, this is a blue balsam.
Oh, okay.
And isn't it feel nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably smells.
Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I bought a tree at a company that just grows trees for the province.
Okay,
And they plant them in the highways and such.
Yeah.
And I thought, and the guy told me, he said, these blue balsam were actually an endangered species until they found a whole grove of them in the Elora Gorge.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So they brought the seeds up and they've been cultivating for the last 25 or 30 years. And
so kind of a rare and unique tree, this one, is it?
So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I thought, okay, for $10 I got to have it.
That wasn't from Ray's place, was it?
No.
It's a different
it's
farm.
near Tilsonburg.
Okay.
And it's I think it's, I don't know, I can't remember the name of it now.
Yeah. But a tree farm, eh?
Yeah. So going along here, I got a choke cherry. I've another one down here, but there were two together, and so I'm just I don't know, doing nothing. This just grew out of nothing. It's an ash tree.
Okay.
And this is
they're fast growers, actually.
A trident maple that it was 5 feet tall that I cut back.
Wow.
And bang, it just exploded.
Yeah.
So it's going to be one of my show hens someday.
That's nice.
It's got a beautiful nabari on it, you know, down there.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
It's going to be an awesome tree.
Yeah.
And this is a Siju elm that is a donor tree. I bought a tree, this from Chris Hendry.
Yeah.
Because when we go around to the bench, I'll show you. I have a bigger one that I got at Vineland Nursery, and I needed a good piece, not from that tree, but from another tree, to graft in because one of the branches went rogue.
Oh.
It suddenly, the leaves on one branch were 3 times the size of these.
I see. So
and that can happen.
Yeah.
So
I know that happens with Alberta spruce too.
Is that
they
right?
can get a branch that suddenly you get the large needles and it takes off and it looks really strange.
So this is my cousin.
Yeah.
And
wow.
This is an interesting American hawthorn.
Oh,
but,
wow.
I want to tell your viewers that
Beecher hawthorn. A hawthorn, eh?
Yeah, and it's one of the trees that I got for free.
Yeah.
And it's a triple trunk, but it was, again, 6 feet high.
Yeah.
And dead at the top.
Wow.
And I went wandering around in this nursery about 3 years ago, and at the back of the nursery were all these trees that were dead and dying, and
Yeah.
And I said to the lady, like, are those for sale? Because I could see some potential, right?
She said, you don't want those, right?
No, she says, I just haven't had the heart to throw them out, but if you want them, you can take them all.
Oh, wow.
So I said, I'll bring them back when I've got them finished, and you'll be surprised what happens.
Yeah.
So that's one of, I think, 6 or 7 that I got.
Wow.
And that's going to make a nice... Actually, Sophie's making me a special pot for that.
Okay.
Tree. It's a gray...
I heard that she was you commissioned a pot from her.
Oh, I got 6 or 7. Well, I'll tell you as I go around who made the pots.
I was just talking to Sophie on Thursday. She was at our KW Bonsai.
Yeah, she did a really nice job for me on a lot of pots. Yeah.
We'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah. This is another... This was the size of well, it's not much bigger than a pencil now, but Dawn Redwood that was this big.
Wow.
And I chopped it back, and I got a branch here that I'm going to leave on there just as so that I can grow that trunk a little thicker. But
yeah.
It's thriving.
It's looking good.
But it's one of these things that when you want to develop a show hen, it takes a while.
Oh yeah.
This is a blue beech.
Okay, a blue beech.
And it was 5 feet tall, and I chopped it down to it was a stump.
Wow, it's doing well, isn't it?
But look at the trunk.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this.
Wow.
That's going to make amazing show hen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's nice, isn't it?
So it's already grown this big. So it's gone through its first cutback.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's happy. and what I really like is all these baskets that we put. I got these all at the dollar store.
Okay,
these baskets,
sort of mesh baskets.
Yeah, and they really do a nice job on their roots, like these root grower pots.
Yeah, they air prune it.
Yeah, that's a dog.
Oh,
that wants to come out and attack us.
Oh my goodness.
This is a raft.
A raft. Wow.
And this is another. This is a Blas juniper.
Yeah.
That again was free.
Wow.
From this lady, and it's 2 years now. This is second year in there, and probably next year it might be ready to pull off, to check the roots and see.
I see. To pull off the original root base.
Yeah. So the ball is down here, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I can cut it down, and it'll be its own.
Oh, that's going to be wonderful, isn't it?
It looks good, eh?
They look good when you see all those interconnected roots. And
I know. Now that from that donor tree that I was talking about on the Seeju elms.
Yeah.
I root pruned it. These are 2 roots.
Oh, that have sprouted, eh?
Yeah, that have sprouted.
Wow.
And I'm going to make those into mames.
Oh,
I think
cool.
they'll make great little mames.
Yeah,
right?
They'll be. You can put them in little tiny pots, and that'll be cool.
Yeah. So
that's wonderful.
I've never done that before, and I know that Gerald Rainville up in British Columbia, he's got a magnificent garden there, and he does a lot of rootstock.
I see.
And I think the tree that I bought from him was done that way too. We'll cover that when we go on that side.
Sounds good.
Now I got to show you this, Nigel. I know, unlike your neighborhood where I can walk out to the sidewalk and dig up moss.
Yeah.
I can't find moss anywhere that'll live.
Okay.
So one of the individuals from the Toronto club said, hey, grow your own. I said, well, where do I get spores? And so he sent me this information, Kyoto Moss spores.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I got them at thegardencafe.com, and this was planted on May the 25th, and look, it's starting.
There it is. It's coming.
It's coming, right?
I know. I've seen that as the first sign of moss growing, and then it thickens up.
Look at this.
Wow, that's great.
So I don't know if Kyoto Moss will last in Canada. They get snow in Kyoto. I've been there.
Yeah.
And but Kyoto,
well, you'll find out. It's good. Great to have it.
Those gardens in Kyoto, man, they're like killer. I'll tell you.
And this is some citrus over here, is it?
Yeah, those are just lemon seeds from the kitchen.
Okay, yeah.
And that's a Sophie pot.
Oh yeah,
she made it special for me.
That is
with
cool.
a tray because I got to take it in the house, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want it seeping all over the place on the table.
That's a cool pot. I like that.
Yeah, she did that for me.
It's kind of higher on the sides, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it works out quite well. So
on the table here.
When I came to your place, it was October 2019.
Yeah.
And in September, I went to Italy.
Okay.
And I was in a vineyard.
Yeah.
With a glass of wine, walking along, and they had all these beautiful Italian cypresses.
Okay.
And I said, I wonder if there's any acorn or cones on them.
Yeah.
And they did. So I brought them home.
Yeah.
And let them dry out. And
look at that. That's a seedling, eh?
That's a seed.
Wow.
From a cone in Italy.
That's amazing growth in like less than 3 years, right?
3 years. That's 3 years.
Wow, 3 years.
Yeah. So I bring it in under the lights in the summer, in the winter time.
Yeah, keep it warm.
Because I know it can't handle it.
Yeah.
And
what pot is that in?
Oh, that is a very special pot.
Yeah, it looks special.
This pot was made by an African American lady in the U.S.
Yeah.
From Cleveland, and she put this into a competition in 1990 in Chicago.
Yeah.
And won first prize with this pot.
Wow.
And I saw this online. I said, I think I'm going to go down and have a look at that.
Yeah.
And bingo, I won it.
Wow.
Isn't that a gorgeous pot? I mean, love what I love about it is the feet on it.
Yeah.
She's really executed it well.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I mean, it's special. So I'm proud of that one.
Yeah.
And I got my special tree in it.
That's cool. And you got a mixed forest here?
Oh, well, I know you've got the book. Swing around here, I'll show you.
Yeah, this is the front around here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, eh?
Saburo Kato, the Japanese expert in mixed forests.
Yeah.
I got his book, and I know you got it from someone. So I thought, I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
So I took his plan.
Yeah.
And where he located his, I think there's 11 trees in there.
Okay.
And I'm giving it a go. I mean, the hemlock is not looking good.
Right.
This is just a regular old, I think it's a buckthorn.
Okay, yeah, it looks like a buckthorn, doesn't it?
This is an American elm. This is an American hazelnut.
Okay, yeah, I recognize the leaves, yeah.
And those three back there with the red leaves, those are, I got those from that nursery Tree Time out in Alberta, and I can't buy any more of them. I got a group of three.
Yeah.
They're called Royal Red Birch.
Birch, okay.
So they'll have a white trunk and red leaves.
Oh, that'll be cool.
That'll be cool. And this is a Dahurian birch.
Yeah.
Which is a craggy white birch. And then this is the last of my Siberian larches.
Okay.
The ones I gave you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the last of them. So
the ones are those that we put three or four in the ground for the First Nations garden. And they're about this tall.
What?
And they have trunks on them
about that thickness.
Well,
They're
you'll
amazing.
see one out now my front. I've got one that's this tall.
It's amazing how fast they
when
grow.
you put them in the ground, they go nuts.
They do. It's amazing.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
This is a choke cherry.
Okay.
I really like the flowers on the choke cherries. Those long, bushy flowers are almost like a miniature. I can't remember.
Sort of like privet or something.
Yeah, but there's a couple of cherries left. The birds keep eating them on you. Yeah, but they say they're edible and they make jams out of them. So I was hoping they'd leave me one so that I could see what it tastes like.
We'll see. Eh?
Yeah, we'll see. So we'll go around the other side here.
Okay.
Again, the freebie trees.
Mm-hmm.
These are 2 trees that were
now
free.
Let's talk about this.
This is our wood-fired Swedish sauna.
Is that ever cool?
Yeah, and then all you do is you're in there in the wintertime.
Yeah.
You break a hole in the ice.
Yeah.
And then you jump in.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that. It looks like a giant barrel.
It's a barrel. That's exactly what it's called. It's a Swedish barrel sauna.
I've never seen a joint like that before. That's interesting.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's cool. Rounded.
Yeah,
And there's a skylight in it, or?
No, those that's just to keep the water.
Okay.
Off. That's all that is.
Wow, a sauna, eh? Wow.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, we added that since you were here too, and all this veggie garden.
All this garden's new, yeah.
450 garlic heads.
Holy.
Yeah, your wife would like some of them.
Oh yeah, well she's got a lot of garlic growing too.
Yeah, put those in the fall.
Yeah.
In October, and they'll be done in about 3 weeks.
Wow.
But I learned a lot being part of the master gardeners in Ontario and London.
Yeah.
So it's worked out well. But anyway,
so you got some juniper?
2 more of those free trees that I got from that.
Wow.
Yeah.
They came back beautiful, eh?
Well, you see what happens is this breed it dies off last year. See.
Okay. Yeah.
So
it just keeps extending.
It just keeps extending. So. Not particularly great for a bonsai, but
right. So you don't get a lot of back budding, eh?
No, it's just fine for a garden tree.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, if you're not too worried about the size, you can just keep it going.
I'll fix that, I said. So over here.
And here's Buddha back here with a Portulacaria afra.
Portulacaria afra, yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
And here we go.
So here we go. We got a Watiri pine.
Watiri pine. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a white pine, right? Or is it?
It's of the Scots pine family.
Okay. Okay.
It's a derivative of that.
Stiff needles, is it? Yeah. No, they're fairly soft.
Yeah, they're fairly soft.
Okay.
And it has a flaking bark. You see that?
That's really nice.
It's really a nice reddish flaking bark.
Red color, and then the older kind of bark turns a bit bleached, and
yeah,
that's really cool.
I'm hoping I can save this. 2 years ago when I was bending and wiring the big things, I snapped this one.
Yeah.
And so it's got a sling and a,
it looks okay, it looks healthy.
It looks healthy, so I might strip this off and see if she took.
Yeah, it looks good.
We're getting a lot of back budding this year to help fill out these pads. So the development of that tree is coming along really, really nice.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with it. This is my mummy tree, all totally wrapped in wire and raft. Yeah. White Japanese white pine.
Oh, nice, eh? Very, very short needles on it.
Very short needles, and it's thriving nicely.
Yeah.
Doesn't like a lot of water, so
I see.
I water it every other time.
Okay.
To the rest of the trees.
Yeah, yeah.
So I didn't know that until I had to learn it. And, I mean, it's not that it's gone backwards at all, but when I bought it, it was just a straight tree. Until I manipulated it, and I'll take those off next year.
Yeah, mummified it.
It should, it should be fine. This is your typical juvenile
larch forest.
Forest. It's on its second flush.
And there's a fox in there. Let me show the fox.
Yeah. And the reason the fox is in there is that we have a lot of fox in our neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a Facebook page for our neighborhood. So like last fall or last spring, it snowed, and the snow that was fluffy on there, plus the fox, it was perfect.
Oh, it looked beautiful.
It looked lovely. But I've got to move this tree. Look at it. It's,
I see.
It's a horrible root. I've got to move it to the back.
I see.
That'll be next year's project.
And you've got an oak here. This is
another freebie from the same lady.
Wow,
can you
that
believe
looks
that?
Fantastic.
It was 10 feet tall.
Really?
Yeah. Dead from here up.
Now look at it.
And now look at it.
So you cut the top off, took care of it, and it sprouted everywhere.
And I've wired it to move some branches out to get light inside.
Yeah.
And look at it. It's going.
And do you know what kind of oak this is?
English.
English oak.
This is an English oak. Yeah.
Wow.
And the pot is a David Moynihan pot. I saw this pot on Bjorn's website.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he had a tokonoma pot, red chicken blood glaze, just like that.
I see.
And David Moynihan is a potter here in London. Yeah. And I showed him a picture. I said, Can you make me a pot like this? Because I can't afford that pot.
Right.
Not at $1,200 US. By the time I get here, it's like $2,000.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No. So he knocked it off, and
wow.
And he fired it high, so
that's a nice pot. Yeah.
That's a pretty cool pot.
And you got a crown of thorns here?
Yeah, this is I'm training my grandson in this endeavor so that he can look after my tree someday. And
oh, cool.
That's his.
Yeah. A box beside it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not doing well though. I lost 2 out of 4 boxwoods this year. Really? And my son had a whole hedge of boxwoods outside. Yeah. All died this winter.
Really?
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Some in this neighborhood or this city.
I know there's a boxwood blight that people warn me about. Oh. That maybe
that did them.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know if it's here in Canada.
I mean, like they're dead.
Yeah.
It's just a roll of dead
everything
boxes.
just went dead, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, must be some disease hit it or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow this. This is a
fancy ginkgo, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a troll. These are trolls. Okay. Small leaves.
Small leaves. There.
And I'm trying to melt them together so I got a candle flame at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're doing good. This is year number 3.
Oh, cool.
So they're doing okay.
Doing well.
Yeah,
that's good.
Doing good.
My jade down here.
My jade needs you to come and hack it back. I got to cut it back. It's pretty unwieldy right now.
Well, it's a good time of year to do it now.
Yeah, it is.
Dry and hot.
Yeah. And this is...
here's a larch, is it?
Yeah, isn't that nice? It's,
look at the cones on it.
Yeah, you should have seen the flowers.
Oh, really?
The purple flowers.
Oh, yeah. It looks nice, eh?
Oh, my goodness.
In spring?
Oh, in the spring, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
This is the first year it's flowered.
And is this a native larch, a North American larch?
Yeah, this is actually one of... came from Don Lucas's estate.
Okay.
And when he passed away, and I acquired it through his estate.
Wow.
But
and is that a Sophie pot down here?
That's a Sophie pot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely a Sophie pot. As is this one here, which has got more.
Oh yeah. I've got one like this too. Yeah. They're beautiful. I love that glaze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said, "You got to put something feminine." It's okay. I know what I'm going to put in there.
Yeah.
And this is my Bloodgood maple that I acquired from our friend down in Montreal.
Okay.
Raffi.
Yeah.
And John Koo from the Toronto Club made that for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I
by hand, not on a... I mean, he constructed it.
Wow. He gave me one of his pots, and I didn't know he made pots.
Oh, yeah. And what
that
I like
is
most
wonderful.
Is look through there.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
There was... Remember in the Toronto show...
Yeah.
The second maple tree, you could see through it as well.
That's a Nick Lentz tree.
Is that a Nick Lentz tree?
Yeah.
I said, oh.
That is a wonderful pot.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Wow.
Yeah. And he made it in January of last year.
Yeah.
And shipped it to Raffi.
Yeah.
Who set up, because I couldn't travel to Quebec with COVID stuff going on.
Yeah.
And Raffi set up a 2-hour Zoom call, him and I, and he repotted the tree so that I have it on video in this pot.
Wow.
I mean, talk about lovely people in our community.
Oh yeah, they're the best.
They're the best.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to talk to John about pots, because that is a fantastic pot.
This Shimpako is again one of Don Lucas's trees.
Okay, yeah.
But this is an interesting tree because what you see is not a tree. That is actually a limb, and it's like a raft. Here's the root ball,
okay,
and here's the tree coming out this way.
Right.
So he did a wonderful job on this tree.
That is
and I'm
really
very,
cool.
very proud to have been able to acquire it.
Yeah, and it's nice to have a tree in memory of someone, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's
I
really
think.
Nice.
Wow, that's... Well, it's nicely displayed too. I like that.
Yeah, it deserves its own little spot, I think.
Yeah.
A spot of honor. Little leaf linden.
Oh yeah, nice. Wow.
It's got monkeypox. What are we going to do about it?
Yeah, I've never...
Actually, do you know? This blight is actually quite common, and it happened right when the leaves came out.
Yeah.
And so I went online. How do I fix this problem?
Yeah.
And water and a liter of water.
Yeah.
A teaspoon of baking soda.
Okay.
Will arrest these pathogens.
I see.
And I sprayed it. I spray it once a week.
Yeah.
It's not getting worse.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this, kitchen style
home remedy fixes it,
works. Yeah.
That is a really nice tree, isn't it? Look at the trunk is starting to get really rough, and
yeah, it's a nice tree.
They're a good species for bonsai, these.
Yeah, they really are, and the leaves are nice and small.
Yeah.
And I'd like to bring the tree in, but I thought this year, this is the first year it's been in my garden.
Yeah.
So I want to make it healthy.
Yes.
I'll make
That's
it
always
nice and
the
healthy.
first step, isn't it?
Make it healthy first, and then in the fall I'll start to pull it back a little bit and bring it where it's the profile's a little something like that.
They tend to grow well. I guess a typical broom style is their natural.
Yeah.
But I've seen some that are kind of
like
almost
an apple tree. The way
they
look like an apple tree, right?
Yeah. The large leaf lindens tend to grow more conical, I found, but the small leaf is more of a broom style canopy.
Yeah.
But that's fantastic. That's
I really like that.
A tree that's only going to get better, isn't it?
Yeah, and and now that we're over at this bench, I'm going to tell you how I constructed these benches. These tops come off and sit on this ledge, and I bolt them to the side, and then all my trees go down and bury them in the mulch.
Okay, nice.
And so they're
protected,
surrounded, and all they get is snow and rain on the top.
Yeah.
And I haven't lost a tree.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And
that's the way to do it.
Burn the top. This is.
Burn it with a torch or something?
Burn it with a torch. It's a Japanese finish.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to make wood last a long, long time.
Yeah. Because it doesn't get fungus or anything eating the wood, does it?
No.
And did you rub it down after you burned it?
Yeah, I rubbed it down. I put...
like with steel wool or something? Or
a brush.
A brush,
like a rough brush to take all the heavy soot off of it.
And that,
and then that's how it ends up. And if I need to do it again a couple of more times, I will. And
it's a beautiful finish.
But it works out pretty well.
Yeah, I really like that. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And look at this special tree.
Yeah, this is a tribute to the oldest pine in Kilbourne Park that's growing out of a rock.
Okay, I think I've seen pictures of that one.
Have you seen that one? Yeah. And it's all windswept and it's dying.
Okay.
So they said we just can't get it to stick around.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll do
a miniature version of it,
and in a larch, which is a whole lot easier than a pine.
And what's the story of this rock? Like,
I got to tell you about that.
Okay,
rock.
I want to hear about that.
I'm on a walk.
Okay.
Actually, a bike ride, right?
Okay.
And I'm riding my bike over. There's a conservation, just an old like a forest.
Yeah.
I'm riding around and I see this rock coming out of the ground, like it's on a hillside, and all I see is this and another piece that's underneath it. The rock must have been like this big.
I see.
Under the ground.
Yeah.
The frost broke the top of the rock off.
Wow.
And I thought, oh my gosh, I know what I'm going to do with that piece. And the piece under it is that thick. I can't lift it up.
Right.
But I could barely put that in my pack sack and get it home, let alone.
Yeah.
So I just, hollowed out the front with it seems to be soft enough with a concrete drill.
Yeah.
And knocked it out, and
wow.
And there it is.
That's cool.
It makes a good good presentation for this whole composition, right?
And it gives you that feeling of those trees growing out of rocks and that. It's really cool.
I love it.
Very nice, very nice.
This is my Dawn Redwood from...
oh, wow.
Isn't that nice?
Is that ever cool? Very twisty, eh?
Yeah, and I think Gerald Rainville said that it developed for him from rootstock.
Okay.
It was 30 plus years old.
Yeah, that is quite a tree, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a Sophie pot.
Okay, wow.
And,
look at that, eh?
I said, okay, wait a minute. This is a deciduous conifer, so it's going to be unglazed and glazed.
Okay, oh, that's cool. That's great.
So this Siju elm is the one that I had a rogue branch coming out right here.
Okay.
It was unbelievably horrible.
How large were the leaves on it?
Oh, they were that big.
Okay, so quite different.
Oh, yeah. They were like not even close. No, you could say, well, what's wrong with this tree?
Yeah.
So I said, okay, last year I bought that donor tree from Chris.
Yeah.
I said, I can do a whole bunch of things with that tree.
Yeah.
So I got the stock for the scion for this tree.
So you had to match the diameter of the branch,
diameter of
right?
the branch, exactly. I measured it with a caliper.
Okay.
And I did the graft, and it took.
And did you do an angled cut or?
No, I did not.
No.
It's angled, but then it's got a slit in it, and you do the same, and they fit in like this, like that.
I see. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you've got it bang on, everything matched up. So if this doesn't take, I don't know what will, but it took.
That's fantastic.
So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, that's nice.
It makes a nice broom style.
Yeah.
Canopy on it, right?
Those small leaves are wonderful, aren't
Again,
they?
like I said, Sophie's.
Sophie pot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she did a nice job on that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this a Sophie pot too?
No, that's not. It's I don't know. It's a Japanese pot of some sort.
Yeah, that's really cool.
This was another free tree.
Oh yeah.
Another one.
Is that a blue carpet juniper? Or?
Yeah, a blue star.
Blue rug or blue star. That's the one I'm trying to think.
Blue star.
That is a cool texture in that pot. I like that.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice with the deadwood in it.
It really. Yeah, it's a smooth pot wouldn't look good on that tree, would it? It's just perfect.
Yeah, it's a nice Japanese pot.
I like that.
Yeah, and that's an English privet.
English privet, okay.
An indoor.
Oh,
tree.
so they're not that hardy, these ones?
Oh, no.
No, okay.
That's a cutting from my friend Derek O'Leary.
Okay.
From our club.
Because I have the Chinese privet, and that's the same. Yeah. It's not hardy at all.
Yeah.
Tropical tree.
Oh, that one comes in. So it's been doing really nicely.
And this is the barberry, yeah.
And,
the little thorns.
And you should have seen the yellow flowers on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, it was just a mass of little yellow flowers,
That's nice.
Yeah, all in scale.
And they get the little red berries on them, too.
Little red berries, yeah.
Nice. Yeah. That's good for that size tree. They're all in scale, aren't they? The flowers and the berries.
This is another one of Don Lucas's trees.
Wow.
Yeah. This is, what is it called? It's Makawa.
Makawa, okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful leaves, aren't they?
Yeah. I've done one pruning on it already. And I like the airiness of it. And the way it's going to be so nice and easy.
Looks very natural looking.
Very
it's
natural,
just beautiful,
doesn't it? So, yeah, I really, really...
Beautiful pot on that, too.
Yeah, it is a very nice pot.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet that wasn't cheap.
It was not cheap.
No.
But you know what? When you're in a position like me where, I started in 2019 with you.
Yeah.
With one thing.
Yeah.
Now I have 30 in pots and 30 over here. You're not doing that by yourself in 3 years, so you got to acquire them from other collections, other individuals.
Yeah.
You know, nice places like Henry's place.
Yeah, Chris
right?
Henry's place. Yeah.
And that's how you. At my age, that's how you build a collection.
Yes. Yep.
You can't start from zero.
It's fantastic. And then down here we have an accent plant. That looks like a Sophie pot, is it?
It's a Sophie pot.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, you can
that
tell.
is a nice accent plant.
Isn't it?
Hostas.
Hostas.
Yeah.
Baby
that's cool.
hostas.
I like the feet on it. That's
Aren't they cute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another ginkgo here.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the unusual with it. This is the way it was.
Okay.
Right? I got it from Chris in this pot.
Okay.
And I thought, okay, I'm going to try to accentuate making it windswept.
Yeah. Wow.
So.
And is that small leaf variety
yes,
too?
Yes, it's a troll.
Troll. Okay.
Yeah.
Those copper tags are nice, aren't they?
Yeah, they're from Lee Valley.
Okay.
You can just write on them with indelible ink pens, you know?
Okay, yeah.
And the reason I got them all done is, in some cases, I can't remember what they are, the full names of them. But when we have people coming through the garden, they want to know what this tree is, I just look at this.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's kind of good for them.
Yeah.
My last black pine.
Okay, okay.
My last black pine.
Spruce,
sorry.
Yeah.
Last
From that batch.
From that batch of 30.
You got 30, okay.
30 of them. Wow. You got a bunch in there.
I've got a bunch in that forest.
In that forest,
and then
the bog forest.
We planted, I gave some away.
Yeah.
And we've got some planted in the ground in the
garden.
In the community garden.
Community garden.
So,
yeah. That's good.
So, yeah, they're doing well.
Well, I thought I'd try.
Well, that's cool. So I
tried to do something with a piece of driftwood that I found at the beach last year.
So you've kind of guided along the driftwood. That looks really good.
I hollowed out the driftwood in the back. And I tucked it in. I had it raffiated all the way around.
Yeah.
So I'll show you what it looks like in the back.
Oh, yeah.
I put a staple here to hold it in.
Yeah.
And just raffiated it at the top.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of holding up not too badly.
Yeah.
But,
very nice.
Hey, there's another blue star juniper that was a freebie.
Yeah, looks good.
And this little tree here is one of my pride and joys. It's a little gem, Picea abies.
Wow.
Nice little leaves on it.
Yeah.
Needles, isn't it?
Look at the size of them. Yeah. And kind of natural cascading branches, are they?
They're easy to train.
Yeah.
Easy to train.
Is that like the bird's nest spruce or?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And the problem I had with this tree, because I got it from Vineland, it's a grafted tree.
Yeah.
The graft is down here.
I see.
But it had inverse taper.
Okay.
So I was talking to my friend in Windsor.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, what should I do with this thing I've got? He says, well, maybe if you build it so that you can put some rocks on it. I said, I got one better. I got a rock from the Bruce with a hole in it.
Okay, so yeah.
So this spring I bare rooted it.
Yeah.
And lifted it up, put it down, put all the earth in and dropped the rock on it. But I lost one branch.
Okay.
So, hey,
that's not bad.
It's a gin.
Yeah.
Right? So
it looks good.
We'll see how it comes along. Right now it seems to be, the growth on the bottom is the same as the growth on the top, so it tells me it's really distributing its strength everywhere, right?
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it looks healthy. Like the bottom branches are healthy, so that means it's doing well.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I wish I could get more of them, but Vineland's a long drive for me.
Yeah.
Garden pickups.
Okay.
All around the garden. Every time one dies, I pull it out. I pull another one out of the garden, stick it in, and
some kind of maple, eh?
Yeah, that's some kind of maple. Who knows what?
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but there's so many different maples.
I know. Look at this.
There's a caterpillar or something in there.
Something in there, I think.
Yeah. I get that sometimes.
Every day
too.
you got to look at your leaves, right?
Yeah.
Not the variegated boxwood.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's colorful, isn't it? That's really nice. Very cool.
And this is my third try at a blue spruce.
Okay.
The first try and the second try, got that red needle cast.
Oh, yeah.
And so Rafi did an online tutorial on how to make concrete pots.
Oh, yeah.
So I made that myself.
That's your own pot. That's really nice.
It's steel reinforced, and
yeah.
But it's good for a tree like this. And this year it seems to be pretty healthy. I'm pretty happy with it. So it looks like it's gonna. Who knows? These pathogens are in the air, right?
Okay.
And needle cast can just show up because of spores getting blown around.
I had it on
from
my
the
pine the one year. The tips were all turning yellow, and it's. I looked it up on the internet. I was very concerned, and they said, "Yeah, it just seems to go away if the next year." And the next year, they came up beautiful again.
My other two just succumbed.
Did they? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe because it's just a small tree. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
But we'll see.
And here
it is.
Here is the birch forest.
It's gone from
3 years later.
It's gone from 9 trees to 21 trees.
21 trees now.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at this. And these trees are really turning white now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yep.
Wow.
I'm hoping this one will turn white next. It's almost the same age.
Yeah.
Maybe in the next 2 years.
Do
they
just sort of suddenly turn white, or does
no,
it
they gradually turn white.
Yeah.
You see one in 1 year, it'll start from the bottom up, kind of showing, and then the next year it'll.
Well, that's a nice pot you've got it in, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. Is that the same pot, or?
It's the same.
It's the same pot. Wow.
Yeah. Well, with 9 trees, they looked lost in the pot.
I see. Yeah.
So I thought, okay, time
More
to add
trees. Eh? Wow.
So there's lots of trees in there.
That is cool.
Yeah.
And again, as they all turn white, it'll only get better, won't it? It's amazing.
I know.
That is cool.
So, as you know, they grow so vigorously that you're continually
pruning and
whatever. And every fall, I hack them all back down to here.
Yeah.
This is the first year I had one. This one was this tall that had that much dieback. That's the worst I've ever had.
I see.
But as you can see,
like winter dieback?
Winter dieback.
Yeah.
Only one. That's the only winter dieback that I had. But
well, they're looking good and strong, aren't they?
Overall, I think they're doing
nice composition.
They're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's.
You got all your pots down here.
That's my pot inventory. This pot here. I'm going to put the Watiri pine in.
Okay, yeah.
It's a nice Japanese pot.
That is beautiful.
With 2 chops on it. It's a beautiful
That is
pot.
beautiful pot. I like that.
It's in a mica pot now. That Watiri pine.
Yeah.
And I want to put it in that pot.
And that's Suiben. Is that what you call them without the holes?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a Sophie pot. I'm just waiting.
Nice.
It's waiting. And actually, this is a Wayne pot. And
this one here. Yeah.
And I took my indoor tree out of it because I've got an outdoor tree I'm going to put in it.
Okay.
Probably one of my show hens that come up.
So and this is an old Chinese pot here.
Old Chinese pots.
You can see the crackles and the glaze.
Yeah, these are all Chinese pots too. The crackle glaze.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is a Sophie pot waiting for one of my other trees too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a fancy pot, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got a nice collection of pots.
Yeah. These. You know what happened was, about 2 years ago, Free Press came and did a thing on bonsai. So they the big article, and a couple in Chatham saw the article and contacted the gentleman at the Free Press who wrote the article and said, can we get in contact with this gentleman because we don't do bonsai anymore and we've got like 60 pots, tools and books. Maybe he's interested. I said, let me think about that for 1 minute. and so I visited them, and a lot of these pots, these good, like these 2 pots here.
Yeah.
I want to put those two little mames in of the sea juice.
Yeah.
The rootstock.
Nice.
But these 2 pots, you look at them. They're just pots, but they're signed 1983. Tom Dimmick from South Carolina.
Wow.
Yeah. So they'll both look nice and
Yeah, those
a
are
matching pair, right?
fantastic. And
So
they've got age to them and
They
everything.
got, oh yeah, 83, man. That's like 30 years old, right?
That's amazing.
40 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Wow.
they're pretty good. So, but I got a lot of these little pots from them
Yeah.
that are nice Japanese pots.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with them. I really like this one that I got from
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
It's a lovely pot.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you a heartbreaking story.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Vineland and got a bunch of stuff a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I got it. It's called a pygmy, Japanese pygmy maple.
Okay.
The leaves are this big,
I see.
and it was this tall. I put it in one of my root grower pots. It had magnificent roots.
Yeah.
I potted it up. I put it on my bench last year.
Yeah.
Squirrels came along because all the material in it was loose. The roots hadn't grabbed on.
I see.
Knocked it over.
Oh.
And by the time I saw it the next day,
Dried out.
deader than a doornail.
Yeah.
I lost the whole thing.
Oh, that's too
I was like, oh man, how can,
Yeah.
But I know they've got they're called Sharp's Pygmy.
Okay.
And I think they have a lot more of them. But if I ever get down that way, I'm going in there for sure to get one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, that is a wonderful collection you have, Jonathan. I like your watering can here. Where did you get that from?
isn't that an oldie?
Yeah.
It's a 60s, what is that? What's that name of that company?
Haas?
It's a Haas 1960s.
And that's metal, is it?
Yeah, I got it at an online auction here in the city.
Oh, wow.
$10.
Oh,
Can you believe that?
that is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, the rose is worth, I don't know how much. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got another one, but it's at my other garden
Yeah.
to water my other plants that I've got over there. And the little one's just for all the little ones that I have to do 2 and 3 times a day
Yeah.
instead of hauling them out. But anyway,
Well, thanks very
That's
much
it.
for the garden tour. It was
I'm
fantastic.
glad you could finally come.
Seeing you and
3
your
years
trees.
later
I know.
after lockdown.
Oh, that's great.
Great.
Glad that's all over with so far anyway.
Yeah, so far. Thank you.
Well, thanks, Jonathan, and
Okay.
we'll see you later.
Okay.